And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular. Kelly to throw. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A give. This is Kelly. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw is Kelly. Off the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff.
But I think the ball's out, and this belongs to the Vikings.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they're getting
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now they got...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And held running right through it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 20 carries, 101 yards. And from the gun on 3rd down. Kelly over the middle. He finds Godwin complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
A good effort there from the drive starts with Rob Kelly. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 11, and it's a 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Kelly. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. David Irving in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To throw, Kelly. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10. Here's Kelly from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for. On 2nd down, Kelly. He sets to fire deep. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
Kelly stripped. The ball is free.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though,
the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Willis in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Kelly looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Flushed out right. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Now Kelly to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Bears on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Kelly to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Kelly looking to throw on second down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The Bears on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Kelly. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Kelly now. From the gun, he'll throw. The quick slant caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw is Kelly, operating from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. A little... To throw on second down. Kelly, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man has got one. It's complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. That's not exactly what you want there, especially given the time on the clock. But now, you got to kick the field goal, right?
You do, and actually, you show a little faith in your defense when you do that, because you kick the field goal here, you're telling them, we believe you'll get the ball back for us for one more shot.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by...
Lucky 56. Detroit!
Here's Kelly to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now Kelly from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. 10 seconds to go. Kelly throwing on 4th down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And now a whistle. been busy today. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And Allen's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. It puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Luck. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board. That takes a win off the board.
So now you have to regroup because you've gone from celebrating what you think is a win to trying to figure out how to do it again and make it a win.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And now 3rd and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Face mask. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Luck. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
He'll get it up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Crosby puts it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Now remember, this one is not over. But with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave the opponent with little to no time left.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Kelly now looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to look deep. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance.
Oh.